Thank you.
Call the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance. Yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Make the motion to make Mike chairman for tonight.
Temporary chairman.
Temporary chair.
Why don't you take it? I second. Thank you, Greg.
You're the most experienced person up there.
He's pretty expensive.
So, whoa. Let's stop and talk to adjustments to the agenda. I would like to move the new business in front of the old business and have the first item of the new business be the select board meeting policy review.
Okay.
So, okay. Okay. And what this is, after I've attended many meetings here as a bystander, and I think this is my third as a select board member. We got scoping around, and I've been doing training on the select board procedures that the state puts out, and the legal company that does the training, and reading 410-page documents and sitting through classes. And found that we could probably make some improvements in how we're doing our meetings, and went back and looked through some documents that Ray provided to me. And we actually have a select board meeting policy, which is at the front counter as you come in. And most importantly, I want to bring out the section under public comment and have everybody review that, because the public comment here has been kind of the wild, wild west in a lot of the meetings. And at least for this meeting, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to follow the rules that were given to us, and the suggestions are given to us. We're going to follow the policy that was put in place by the select board here a while ago. So if there's any, which is essentially public comment, will be limited to the end of the meeting where it is on the agenda, and public comments will be limited to the items that were discussed in the meeting. And that's it. If you have something that was not on the agenda, or if you have a comment on it, you can put a request that it be submitted to the next meeting, and we'll add that to the agenda. So, okay. And we go on to the next item on new business. Let's go to opening fuel oil bids. This
None.
is short. So
Received none.
we had, who was the one before we had last meeting, Ray?
They have rescinded.
They have rescinded.
Yes.
Hometown,
Yep.
he's offshore, we send it?
Yep.
Did they rescind it because we went out to bid, you think, or?
Not sure, but they rescinded. So all we have is status quo, which is no fills, which we have been dealing with.
What are we paying for a gallon on that one?
Market.
Yeah. Do you think it's worthwhile to reach out to them?
I could try to see if we can do something, but give it a shot.
The price propane through no fields, they were $2.40. Hometown was $1.77.
That's probably, I think we're all on oil though, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, if there's that much difference in price on propane, it might be cheaper with fuel oil.
Yeah. I think at this point in the year, a lot of places aren't doing lock-ins anymore.
Yeah.
So that's why we get no response.
Lock in, but at least we'll get a price.
Yep. I will reach out.
Okay. All right. So I guess we were just too late in the year.
Yep.
To do that. Okay.
Oh, excuse me. I know you switched to new business first, but we will switch like a little bit more improvements in the more, because that actually was the beginning of that.
Oh, I thought good. I'm sorry, approval of the minutes from the prior meeting.
Back in.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm gonna make mistakes. Let me know when I do. So nicely.
Oh, no, we all make.
Yeah. I move we approve the minutes from our prior meeting.
Second.
Approved? Send it. Yeah, Norm should be back next time. We do this right.
Well, you're doing it right. That's mixing it up.
Treasurer's warrants, Greg and I both reviewed separately, and he turned in as the meeting started. Fuel oil contract. Look at that one. Okay, so fuel oil bids, we didn't have a bid.
So we still need a motion to approve the treasurer's warrant. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought we did that to, just by signing it, we approved
No.
it. Oh, I make a motion to approve the treasurer's warrant.
Second.
Approved unanimously. GA training, I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, there is a GA training that is on a Tuesday,
In your folder.
Yeah, I saw it. What's GA?
general assistance training.
Dave?
So it is open to anybody. It is open to anybody. So if anybody, if anyone was available to attend it, it is 12:30 to 3:30 to 4:30. The question was really that typically a vet would take that training. That would put us in a need to fill in some space. So just about we'd be short down to one person. I'd ask Lynn to cover the counter that day.
Well, give me a 2-minute review of what general assistance training is.
They basically review any changes from last year, which were some significant changes from last year's requirements to this year's requirements. The form and the record and form has totally changed. The requirements of what the applicant is putting in has changed. So it's just really to keep everybody who does general assistance up to date on what the current procedures and policies are.
Okay. So what has to be decided in this meeting, or is
It's just
informational?
Well, it's to open it up in case one of you wanted to sit in on it to become familiar with how that goes.
Yeah.
Because it is an open thing. It is done remotely. So that's something that can be attainable. It doesn't always come up that way. A lot of times it's in person or it's something more exclusive to an individual. So
Okay.
So just to let you know about that, and that we'd have one person at the counter for Tuesday during that period.
All right. I'll talk to you offline on this to see if it's new to me. I don't want to commit to anything yet, or if someone else can make more sense at it or be.
Oh, you just being, one of you be an additional person to understand what general assistance really is, does, and what it can perform as.
Okay. What do you need to sign up on it? Just
need you to be there in place. That's it.
Where?
We can either, if one of you want to participate, I can sign you up. All you need to do is do it through Microsoft Teams, which is an outstanding, debilitating process.
All right. Well,
So it's a decision up to either of you. You can let me know. It happens on next Tuesday.
Yeah, I just got a note. I have got something at 4:00 next Tuesday.
So there you go.
So,
all right.
All right.
So next time they do it throughout the year, but it seemed like a good opportunity.
All right. Let me see. We are at select board. Any other new business? I think that wraps it. Okay, move on to old business, the town office calendar.
Yes.
That's what we talked about last week.
Yes, and I had something else today, because I expect you guys about setting up a list for next year as to when we want to schedule things for on the agenda. And you'll see a to-do list in your folders. This is, other than number 15, this is things that we need to accomplish by May of next year. You're going to do the calendar, in your calendars, and you forward with the calendars, the back, behind there.
Oh, yeah.
Just to try and, Vet was thinking about the stuff we had to do for the second half of the fiscal year.
Yeah.
Just to try and help us schedule with, where we need to be.
We need that to see what they need to get accomplished within the next 6 months. So, the reason why I have to give it to you guys, because you might know something that I don't know, or think of something that's not on the list that should be addressed by spring, let's say, of this coming year. So we can talk about this list more next meeting.
Because there's simple items on there like cemetery flags,
Yep.
which would have to include the cemetery committee.
Select board member maybe come in during the 3 days, 1 to 3 days, that we were here 10 to 3 after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And sit with Ray and I, maybe a small committee of us, one select board person and Tom and I. And we hash out when we want to address these on the agendas.
Okay, I think that's probably the next step then, unless we want to add anything more.
Well, exactly, yeah, that's why I said, that you have it, you have this to take home with you,
Yep,
that goes in your take home folder,
okay.
because that's up and up, you guys have your time.
I'm gonna be available if,
Okay,
If
so
you guys-
just let us know what today, so we can sit down and, because,
no, you let me know what day you want to do it. We'll just schedule it and
yeah, we'll.
schedule me on it. Put-
Or
calendar.
which day works best for him, so the 3 of us can sit down and do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah, I just soon come too.
Yeah.
Just let me know. when you-
Well, if we get to, well, that would be,
Well, if we do that, then we'll make it a meeting and we'll just have it open.
yeah,
yeah, we can just have a meeting.
So however we can do it, and
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll figure out which of those 3 days.
yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure we post the meeting and
Yep.
go from there.
So how about we set that meeting date at the next meeting?
Okay.
Because those are kind of important things that we really need to get addressed. And I don't want us to play catch up, because it's something we seem to be doing a lot. And I figured if we do it this way, we can plan what we're doing and have a project, as Kim says, project things. Learning from Kim. So this is our project list so far.
All right.
So the next thing is the the calendar for the year. So, I know we had discussion in the office, I don't know whether you guys did or not, about moving select board meetings. From Tuesday, because it conflicts with the, school board meeting on Tuesdays once a month at least. And I also want to make a recommendation, because it's hard, the office closes at 5, I'm happy to be here at 5. I'm going to make a strong recommendation that we start at 5:30. Push it back 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That gives us the break in between.
Good to break, time to close things out and everything, set the
Right.
day, set the next, the end of the day up.
I'm okay with it, but I would just prefer we defer that a week till the next meeting in December, just till Norm's back. So at least
We could push this one more week,
one more week.
or one more
Or
meeting.
one more meeting. Yeah.
Because you guys really need to take it out of your folder, Greg, and put it in your take home folder.
Yeah.
Take it out of your, so that you.
Well, because there's items like that and
It's not only that you need to think about when we want to have the annual meeting. Do we want to stick to the traditional day, or do we want to change it to another day? The schedule for the summer meetings for the select board. There's things that need input on as to, so that we can set this calendar for next year,
All right.
for the next 12 months.
I move we make the calendar an item on our next meeting when Norm is present as well.
Okay. All right, that's fine. All right, that's all I have.
Thank you.
And if anybody wants to see what the to-do list, I have extra copies that you can pick up later, because I've got them here.
Okay. All right, town office calendar. Next item was the review of the action item list we talked about before, and I know that's in our book.
Yes.
So action item, I'm gonna go through it real quick and we'll just get updates on it, provide. Let's see. Towards the front, right?
It's the very last page, 3 minutes. It's green.
Keep going one more time. Should be on the. Whoop. Stop that. Yeah. Okay, let's just go over these, see if we need to keep them on. Set calendar is for next meeting.
Yeah.
Send fuel contract out for bid. That was did. Town manager set up presentation with Trio on the module for CEO, et cetera.
that will be on the 16th. They were gonna be available for last night. They couldn't. I tried for today. They're unavailable. 16th, we are set for a calendar.
All right, tree work to go out to bid in the spring. We'll put that on the calendar. Select board requests that the harbor master, planning board, fire and EMS chief and see. They're all here. Thanks, guys. Everybody, the committee chairs attend. Determine the actual property owned by the town that's part of the tennis court complex and determine what needs to be done for maintenance. Anything,
There is a 15-foot right of way
okay.
on that thing. It goes straight through, straight down to the water. So it goes straight through the regular property and it goes right down to the water. So there's also, we're having Ed Perret, who does all the maps, look into, there's a piece there's a small piece at the end of the road that's also town.
Can we see this in a visual format?
Yeah, when I get the confirmation from Ed.
Okay.
There's I'm looking to, I can't find the definitive deed work that says, yeah, it's the town's. I want to make sure it's the town's or not.
Okay, so this is ongoing.
Ongoing.
Leave it on the
But
list.
that is a 15-foot pass straight to the water. It is deeded. It's there. It's all.
Okay.
The additional I'm working on.
Hiring a seasonal maintenance person. That's
on the list.
Yep. The deck and the railings of the Gordon Wharf House need to be inspected and or replaced.
We got to figure out the who to do that.
Yeah, I want to see a copy of our lease with those folks who's responsible for that. The mobile home on Moose Lane owned by the town, was any action needed on that yet?
I asked Lynn about that. She's looking into stuff.
Okay. Refreshments select board meeting. Thank you very much, Kimberly. Talk with Mike Pinkham about the temperature that's being kept at the firehouses.
60.
Okay. That was the concern, that keeping it too warm, having the trucks go out in the cold, if I recall correctly.
Anything about freezing, if you take them out that water, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I could keep it right at 32 and it's still warmer.
Yeah.
Warm water freezes quicker, so that's why we have to circulate them when we take them up the door, when we get on scene.
Yeah, yeah, it was a comment that came out, and my thought was you were probably already aware and figured out there was I think a comment that one time the water froze coming out of with the trucks.
We were on a scene for like 4 hours and there was a fire, and you can do whatever you want to do. It's inevitable. Something's going to freeze. It just happened to, luckily it was a small piece that broke and it was an easy fix.
Okay.
Actually, let me rephrase that. The new truck, the 18, the last new truck, the drain line, they came down off the pump, they did a loop, and then they came down to the discharge. That's what froze.
Okay.
Because it didn't clear that loop. So it was a them problem. When it broke, I made them fix it with a straight shot.
So you figured it out, and it shouldn't be an issue anymore.
Correct.
Okay.
So I think it's probably you, sorry, but he asked.
Oh, yeah. Checking on the status of the harbor master. Alan?
Yep.
Hi, Alan.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So you'll be taking over as of January 1st?
Sounds good to me, yep.
Very good. Yeah, report directly to Ray. Okay.
We have been in discussions, and we're gonna see what we can get to-do list and whatever else
Okay.
there.
List of town employees. I got that from Ray. Action item list. Who is responsible for what? We've started on that with this. Ask the committee chairs attend the meeting. You guys are here. Thanks. And we'll talk a little bit more when we get there, and kind of what I'm looking for anyway, and just to know who everybody is. And I don't want to take up a lot of your time. This one will take longer. We checked into the Allen Coal Bank, the legal fees, how much we paid and how much we expect to pay. Remember Norm brought that up a couple meetings ago. We're going through.
That's in your folder.
Yeah, I've got the breakdown is in there. Apparently year to date over the last 2 years or 3 years, we've paid $9,000. We have recouped $3,000 from that. There's a chance we could recoup more. And told us should be wrapping up very quickly. So at least maybe we'll stop on that. And Greg, you were going to look at the Taunton driveway at 50 Taunton?
I did. I'm all taken care of.
Okay, thank you. Great. So that can come off the list. All right.
Bam.
Who's that one? Yes. Gordon's Wharf Shellfish contract. Were you
Since
able to-
Mike, I went through with something. Mike Pinkham Senior is not here.
Right.
Probably to table that to next meeting.
Okay, let's table that to next meeting.
Actually, go to, because you won't be here the next one either.
Okay, well, yeah, I know that we want to fit within his time frame. We're open forever on it.
Okay, so we'll do that.
Yeah.
That's a table. Boom.
Drug alcohol policy.
I'd like to work with a board member on that. We need an over-encompassing document. Currently, Firehouse is the only region of the town that has any document like that. Be nice to have one that fits all instead of one that's just for some.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get a volunteer to work with me on that so we can craft something up so we have something.
You want to volunteer? I'll volunteer. I don't care. I've got a little bit of experience on it in past life and we can, yeah.
Okay.
So schedule me up on when you want to do that.
I shall schedule you.
Yeah, we had a draft and it was brought up by some folks that perhaps we need to be very specific on some items and be to protect the town and everything. So we're going to look more into that. So.
Okay.
So that is it for old business.
Yep.
You know what? Just for, it's too late. Didn't change it. You want to do the town manager reports and talk committee reports if these guys want to come?
Yeah, because I actually have, because one of the things that was a question that had popped up was with the contract for the housing opportunity grant.
Yeah.
And I actually happen to have Avery online who can answer some questions regarding that.
I would, so that's on the,
No, that's in my packet of stuff. That was I was going to get answers and trying to find out something. Instead of getting answers, I can get answers directly from another person,
okay.
from the individual that can get us answers.
Yeah.
And explain better what being the fiscal agent of this means.
Yeah. If I can get I don't know if this is the format for that.
You tell me how you would like. If you would like something different, I can get right now. We were working on it, trying to see how we could make this happen. And it just happened to be we can make it happen now, or we could postpone it and do something in a different format. You tell me.
I don't want to postpone it anymore, but wasn't in the right mindset to do this thing. And I'm not sure this is the best forum to do this in. Because what I'd like to do is get made smart on it and then I can bring it back to my fellow select board members and actually present it that way too.
So maybe I can set up a meeting between Avery and you, me and Avery.
Yes.
I am happy to do that.
Yeah. And then we'll present back to you guys next meeting and for those in the audience, what this is, and I don't know all the details yet. That's what we're trying to figure out is prior administration signed an agreement to get some land tested up by the transfer station, but it also looped us into a grant with other cities, towns. And the way it's looking now, the Sullivan would be fiscally responsible for the work being done in these other towns. And I kind of put the brakes on it because I didn't like that because we're not managing the work. So we're trying to find more data out on it. But it's essentially for us right now is testing the property up by the landfill to see if it is or will ever be something that we could develop on. The town has unused property up there and we need to get it tested before we do anything with it.
Mike, I am happy to provide like a 30-second context overview for the grant and what happened there, but I also am happy to wait.
Yeah, again, let's go offline and do that.
Yeah. Let me know when you're available, Avery.
Yeah.
And then we'll set something up.
Yeah.
I'll shoot you guys an email. All right. Have a good night.
Avery. Appreciate it. All right. So other than that, we did receive a nice thank you card from an individual. Thank you for rescuing me from my unexpected flat tire. It's people like you that makes living down east so wonderful. Happy holidays, David Brass. David Brass lives up in Eastport. I happened in one day and David's out there with a flat tire. I'm like, you, I mean, spare tires in the ground, jack's in the ground. He's just sitting out of his car. I'm like, you okay? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, you need some help? Yeah. Just dropped my stuff, got to it, changed his tire out, come inside. Said, just change the guy's tire. But goes, yeah, DC Towing's on their way. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. He didn't say that. But we got him out of here. We got him on his way. He just come from a sleep study. So he was on 4 hours of sleep and was kind of, at that point, whoever's had one of those, you're kind of half out of it. And so you're just, yeah, it's hard. But did our best we got him on the road, got him out of here. Couple quick things. We're going to end up having a structural engineer look at the firehouse. We had Safety Works.
Yeah, I've seen.
Safety Works came out and took a look at the building because you're supposed to. They investigate. They come check you out anyway, so it's easier to ask them to come when you're ready than to have them pop up when you're not. So we had this done. It's really, we all know the building is what it is. Now we're being required to get a professional engineer to determine the structural integrity of the facility. This could help us in a whole bunch of ways and hurt us in different ways. It could hurt us in, oh, you shouldn't be here, figure something out. Or this can help us with any kind of potential grant funding to say, well, now I have a report. I have, I had this safety report. I have my needs. I have here's when I go out the door. Here's how often I serve. Here's where I serve. And, something that you can just help us in the end. But just want to put it on your radar that we have that coming down.
No. We'll get you in a second, Mike.
You want to jump in on that? You got
let's go for when
okay.
To his,
we had gone out, taking a look at some roads this week. Went up on Higg Street, investigating something. I pointed out a stop sign that was missing. There are several signs missing.
Is the town responsible for stop signs up there?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's that's the litany of what we have missing. Higg Street stop signs in the wrong spot. And the reason it's in the wrong spot, it was just how it could happen yeah, that's just how it could happen there. Right. So it's on the wrong side, but there's one there, but it's just not right.
Does this fall under the road commissioner?
Yes. Yes, it does.
So do we have like stop signs in the basement for this?
We do have stop signs in the basement.
No kidding.
We have a bunch of those. Any street signs that are missing, it's easy enough to order. I would just say, if you want to review this, we'll go over what we have and we'll see what we need and take it from there. That will be peachy.
Times that no one listens to them anyway.
Well,
given, right?
But that we need to see also what is our posted and what do we have available. So, and then find out how often you pop them. So this is just something to bring to your attention, and we can get to that.
Is this something, Greg, you can put into a format with us and make recommendations based on? I don't
know what I'll get holes in the ground this time.
Well,
but I think this is something we can work on. We can get progress. You can get the inventory up, the post, the signs, everything, just take it from there.
We can start.
I came across this in an old email, a couple of years old.
Just
email. Yes.
Okay, so this has been
a couple
of
years old email.
All right.
So it's not anything new.
But something that should be addressed.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
The gentleman that we donated the constable patch to, said a great thank you to us. He appreciates that greatly. And that's kind of really all I have.
All right. Thanks, Ray. Committee reports. I'm going to broaden this out a little bit. We'll make it short and sweet for tonight. Essentially, when I first started coming to the meetings, we used to have you guys all here for those meetings and just to give us some insight of what was going on in your world, what's coming up in your world, and what I'm always interested in, how much money you want to spend in your world. And I'd like to start that up again and really looking forward to what's the best method for you guys to present the information to us. I don't particularly need or want We talked about it, don't want a lot of great detail. Just give us the highlights maybe of the past month and then what you've got coming up for the ongoing coming month and any concerns or something you guys need help with to get the jobs done. Really what we're looking for. So it's not a, it's not a big detailed thing. It's like what was good last month, do we need help? What's going on next month? What do you need help with? Any outside expenditures that's outside your norm coming up?
You talking committees or departments or both?
Well, right now, I think we're gonna break it into two, and I would make a suggestion, we talk about this when Norm gets back, is on an action item. I would like it to broken into two areas. They're two different things. Committees are one thing, that's volunteer committees and that type of thing. Departments are another one, where they're semi-town employees and volunteers, yeah. So work it that way. And that way, if somebody doesn't want to listen to the other one, they don't have to hang around and look for it. So right now I'd ask if we can just go with, off the top of your head, Mike, is there any issues, concerns from the fire department that you need assistance on, or?
No.
I know I don't want to, I'm putting you on the spot, didn't tell you what the agenda was or anything. Do you guys want a form to fill out, which I do?
Generally, I have the report done, but because this meeting was so close to the first of the month,
Yeah,
I haven't done it for the last month, plus I was plowing. So,
yeah,
usually I put the calls in what we're doing, what's happened in that.
okay.
I've given it to Ray and that.
Yeah, and what would like is, and I don't know if we need you guys here for twice a month.
Well, the third meeting in the month, we would be here anyway, because that's our monthly.
Okay, so yeah, once a month. And I know Ryan wants to come like every day, come in and report to it.
Well, I was having all the meetings. I stopped in March when I started my EMT class 4 nights a week in Bangor.
Yep.
I wasn't thinking to do, sorry.
Yeah, no,
And then we had such an uptick in calls that we are covering everybody to the ambulance.
Yeah.
We got 3 providers, we are running ragged.
yeah. So essentially, we want to know more about that stuff. If you can carve out 10 minutes once a month to come in and give us updates of what's going on. It's going to help us, help you guys. So, Ryan, anything on?
Not really. As Mike said, ambulance usually stays pretty busy. As far as needs, we have ambulances in pretty good shape. Stretcher's brand new. The monitor is fairly new in the last 5 years, but that'd be the first thing we're gonna replace in the future is the monitor. It was about $30,000. We've gotten $30,000 worth of grants this year for equipment. 15,000 of it that went towards the stretcher, 15,000 went towards our Lucas device for CPR. Those are all state grants that we filled out. But
Well, that way that you have filled out.
yeah. As far as the meetings, I'll definitely do my best to be here. I can't ever guarantee to be here every time. Just because
Yeah, understood.
I'm on shift.
Yeah.
Or I work during the day and then I get to see my kids like an hour, maybe in the morning and an hour when I get home from work before they go to bed. So.
And we can do something too, if you guys want, put you guys at the top of the agenda, so you come in, do your thing and get out. But I don't want you guys to be here more than 10 minutes, on your way home or way by or something like that. It's not anything, I think, unless it's a specific item. If you've got something more, as I'm learning in my reading and stuff, we can call another meeting at any point in time, have you guys be the main topic and go over those issues with you when it's more convenient for you and not sitting here when we have a bunch of items on the agenda. So we just inconvenience Greg. So that's it. So.
But this should be it, unless anyone has any questions on the ambulance or anything like that.
No, right now, start thinking about the budget because we're going into the budget cycle for next year. Is the only thing I can bring up. So nothing from the harbor committee yet. Harbor master. Okay. Okay, committee.
I think I'm down to 1 cemetery, right?
You're down to 1, the cemetery committee.
And we don't meet every month. We did for 2 years. because the cemetery committee had, I don't even know if it had one. But there was a lot of, anyway, so we got a good committee together about 3 years ago. We spent the first year just trying to learn what was going on and developing and redeveloping an ordinance so it fit with state laws and got through that. And then we tackled some of it's still in the second cupboard over there. We tried to pull together all the cemetery records from all of the years and from all of the places and sort them out by the 5 cemeteries that the town's responsible for. That's still a work in progress. But we also have been working with Ray and the previous managers trying to upgrade the cemeteries, fix the things that need to be fixed, and working through the budget. One of the things that we've been doing is, from the financial standpoint, excuse me, according to state law, we have to maintain a certain, and it's in our policy as well. When you sell a lot, a certain percentage of it has to go into a fund for perpetual care. Okay. And as we discovered, sometimes when we acquired a cemetery, because the cemetery committee that it was private went away, not all of the I's got crossed and the I's dotted and the T's crossed. But we're in the process of consolidating a whole bunch of reserve accounts that are actually, or were actually at the time, perpetual care stuff. And the goal is to get them all pulled together. And at that point, I think it's going to have to be Maine Community Foundation, but if we get them all pulled together, we'll put them into an investment program so that they're earning some money other than a few pennies in a CD someplace.
Well, do you have the resources you need to do that? Personnel and everything else?
We get them all, well,
personnel on the committee to do the financial end of it is a lot easier. Right now, we're just waiting for all the CDs to expire. As they expire, they're being consolidated.
Yeah.
Then once they get to Maine Community Foundation, then they do all the work. That was the whole point of them doing all the work.
What's the projected end date for this?
I think it's the beginning of this year. I think it's spring. We should be good.
yeah.
The last ones.
There's one top one when
There's one.
Hill, there were 2 funds. One of them was in the bank and we can just go take that out. The other one was an investment account. And I've been doing the research and finally figured out, and it may take an attestment from you guys to say, we can't find the paperwork, but we've been maintaining this since such and such a date. And then they'll release that. Took me a while to chase that down. But if we get it all together, and Ray talked to a couple of the banks about would they want to do it, and they'll do it if you give them a lump sum.
Sure.
And some won't do it at all.
Community Foundation guarantees 4%, and we can have each cemetery separately because the state demands that. Historical Society, we have an account that has actually 4 accounts in it. And so at the end of every year, depends on how you set it up, we'll get money back from the interest from those that we can use to offset taxes and any revenues we get.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
I think we've got it set up so that if we sell a lot, which we don't do much of, and that's a whole other issue, is that we 50% has to go into the reserve account, and the other 50% can just go into our revenue for the year and be used to offset whatever expenses. As far as the physical plants in the cemeteries, we've done fair amount over the last couple of years. Taking care of some of the more serious problems. A lot of it is just digging through the records, digging through the registry of deeds, and trying to figure out who owns what. I think as a committee and with Ray now, and Yvette as the clerk, we pretty much figured out what the state, what we're supposed to be doing, which we haven't done quite as well as we should have over the last 100 years, but because
It's a work in progress, and it's difficult,
Okay.
but we're making
making good progress, and we meet probably every other month in the winter time, depending on how the workload's going. Right now, we're short of members. We lost 2 members this year.
which brings you to
And we're adding one tonight. So,
so who do you have up for?
all right, this is Roddy McLean. Some of you would have known, maybe know what, because she's moved back to town. She lived here when we first came here. And she unfortunately talked to my wife shortly after she moved back. So now she's tied up with cemetery committee and the historical society. But Roddy, very much interested in, she lives right next door to the Hill, so we can send her over there.
Feet on the ground.
She's agreed to join our committee, and we have the folks that we have are putting the time in and trying to, it's just a process. You gotta work through this stuff.
Yeah.
And meet the laws, and one of the biggest challenges is that, a lot of we didn't have a sexton for a long time, so me as chair was sexton. We now have an appointed sexton. He's learning the job, so when some of the cemetery question comes up, he, and when I back him up, can deal with a sale, a burial,
I'm looking for so and so.
right.
Okay. Do we have the process to get Roddy on the committee? I forgot. We have the process.
The process is that the board approves,
Right, the board appointment.
and then
Yeah.
Roddy gets sworn in.
No,
So
that's it.
we're gonna do it tonight.
okay. I recommend she be on the cemetery, Roddy be on the cemetery commission. Yep.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Well, there was one other thing I just thought about now, I've forgotten again.
All right, Yvette, did you swear her in now?
You have it right here.
Okay.
I just write down the motion and.
Yep.
All
Thank you, official order.
right, it's Rodney. Yeah. So you come up, please. Now I'm gonna pass this to you and have you read it to me, raise your right hand.
That means I have to know my left. Right?
Good to good.
I, Rosalind McLean, do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state, so long as I shall continue a citizen thereof. I will faithfully discharge to the best of my abilities the duties incumbent on me as cemetery committee, according to the Constitution and the law of the state.
So, these are the slides. Okay. Tell me how this goes.
Just a name.
Okay.
So.
Thank you, Roddy.
About committee
Thank you.
reports.
I was actually on years ago, Philip Dunbar, it
Was it the town cemetery committee or was it,
was a cemetery committee.
yeah, but it was probably York Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because up until a certain point, York Hill, my wife was on, and they had a separate treasury and everything.
Yep.
And then they just stopped meeting, and
I think 2 of the last members were Gene and Phil.
yeah,
You were asking about reports?
yeah. I guess You were thinking about having committees that come in once a month or?
Yep. Or however often they meet. We're still trying to get it. What I want to get, looking for is more cohesiveness with committees, more interaction.
Yep.
I know
Yeah.
my next question to Rita is, I know we have a cannabis committee. How it's set up. I've been to a number of meetings. I have no idea what's going on. And I know people are interested in what's going on with that.
They have a meeting next week.
And so we'd like them to come in and report.
That brought that up now. That should have been the first ordinance approved this year.
You're, take it later. But, so anyway, so yeah, that's what we're asking committees, because I know there's some out there, there's some semi-committees, some quasi, some committee names with nobody on them. So we're trying to figure out what we got. So. All right, thanks, Gary. All right. So now we've got, where are we? Public comments. And again, keep your comments to what we've discussed in the meeting today. John, you will go first? Sure, sure. You raised your hand first, John.
Okay. All right.
Wait.
I guess under the, which is on the agenda, this new policy. For those that don't know, my name is John Keenan. Did I fulfill that part? Yes, I did.
Thank you, sir.
So the next thing is, under public comment on the policy meeting here, it's a little bit misleading. On public comment, paragraph 2. So I got the right spot. Okay. Can bring my glass up. A little misleading. It says here, should an organization or a private individual wish to have a matter placed on the select board agenda, a written request detailing the specifics of the subject shall be submitted to the town manager for consideration. The way it is in the law is it's not up to the solely the town manager to put on the what's on the agenda. Any or one or selectmen can have an item placed on the agenda. So if I wanted to send a letter to Mike says, that's a good thing to put on the agenda. He can go ahead and put it on the agenda himself. All we have to do is notify the clerk, and the clerk shall put it on the agenda. He does not have to go through the town manager. He can do it himself. Any selectman can do that. And the town manager can put an item on the agenda. So it's not just solely the town manager. We've run into a problem with that before. And really, that's all I got. Normally I would have them.
Yeah, this was adopted by the town.
Yeah, I've
So
seen
this-
it before.
Yeah, so I don't know, and I happen to agree with you that it should go into the, and we can talk about putting it on.
No, it's already written in the Maine Constitution.
Actually, as I read through it, the town can, and I might have misunderstood it. What I read for the I've been training for weeks on this stuff. So the town can set how it's done. So, and I may be
Now, it's
wrong.
already said how the state under municipal rule.
To your point, I agree with you. And we'll talk about
I
it.
got the subsection with the.
So what I'm hearing is you would like us to modify the town document that says shall be submitted to the town manager or any member of the select board.
Right.
Yeah,
And put an item on the agenda.
yeah,
He's one of them.
You say, I'll pen it. You
Yeah.
just make a mock up and we'll do it.
Yeah, I make a motion, we change it. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The town manager or select board member. And I like to having it in writing, that way it doesn't get lost in translation.
I like these in writing.
Yeah.
What about the town clerk as well? Can we broaden that to?
I think just the 2 is fine.
So then if someone did submit to the town clerk, then the town clerk could submit to the other people designated in the policy?
Not according to the state of Maine. It's only, you put it on the agenda is the select.
No, but if the suggestion was made, if no one was available, but you said, can you please get this information to somebody else? And then they made the decision.
In
Well-
the absence of any, if there was no town.
It was just to convey the message.
Well, just because that way, just they can send, they can give me the letter in the envelope or
Mhm.
whatever to give to you.
Yeah,
But that doesn't mean they're giving it to me to put it on the
Right.
agenda.
it's not the clerk's duty.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just make sure someone's not here and something doesn't get done.
Oh, well, yeah, just whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we got that?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, John. How's it go, Mike?
Just real quick on the list of road signs, just informational. If one of the town roads abuts a state road, the state road takes care of the stop sign.
Good
So,
information to have.
like Donnell Pond Road, technically should have a stop sign. That would get the state because it abuts a state road.
Okay.
And Donald Pond does have a stop sign, but it was buried. It was buried in the tree. Yeah.
Except this year they get cleared out.
Yeah. Well,
Half acre cleared out.
it was last year.
Last year was crazy.
Yeah, last year.
Well, actually-
Because people were flying out of Donald Pond Road.
Not even stopping.
So I went up there. I'm like, what is it? It's about 6 or 7 feet off the corner and about 2 or 3 feet in, and a tree about this fat growing in front of it. You weren't seeing anything with a leaf on it, on things.
Well, I actually did that list on a rainy day in 2021. How long it's been sitting.
Okay,
Some of the signs are there, but they're illegible. So that's why they're on there. There's signs that are missing. It's the responsibility of the town. Let's take Rancho Road, for example. Those signs have been there since God only knows when. If someone goes down there 90, I couldn't read the sign. The town didn't do their part, so unfortunately, the town could be responsible.
no, this is great, yeah,
So
no, appreciate it.
I'd like to see a white line put where Taunton Drive meets Route 1 so people don't stop out right into the line.
A stop
You can't
line.
See, a stop line.
yeah,
When I put one on my road, I just used white latex paint on the roller and it stayed for over a year.
he's got a striper now.
We have a striper.
I mean, I think that's it. People,
It's usually here.
they're too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
That's what you want us to do. I'll come out and paint stuff and.
Yeah,
help
we
out.
do. We had the striper.
Yep.
So we could just put the can in.
But it had to be probably this wide.
I think it goes up to 4 inches wide if you pull the can out. So even if it was up in the back, you would get a nice 8-inch spread.
I did do the dig safe on Big Street. That came back clear. There's 2 other ones that I did that were on that list. I can't remember what they were. They were clear. Corey Road, I think, is missing. That one came back clear. And River Road, maybe. I think that came back. But fortunately, it would be re-dig city.
Yeah, I think, it'd be a great goal by this time next year, we could say these are all done. I don't know if that's possible or not, but I think it's worthwhile
Yeah.
to look into. Is this the first time you've seen this too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Okay, good, thanks, Mike. Anybody else? Different time.
So has this already been adjusted before tonight? Is this the original from last year
Yeah, it's the original one that I found online, yeah.
that you found online?
Well, that Ray provided for me,
Right, but
yeah.
it hasn't, the wording in it hasn't been changed.
Not to my knowledge, I haven't changed anything.
And who voted on these rules? Just the select board?
The names I saw on the select board, I think were Aaron, Greg, and.
No.
Yeah,
And that's it. The town didn't get to review the rules or.
It's a
anything?
policy.
um,
It's a policy.
no,
Rule.
no, it's a policy, and that based on, again, what I interpret from what I've been training on it, the select board sets public comments on the meetings. And it used to be until September of this year, public comment wasn't even required in the meeting. That's changed. Keep me honest, John, that they do suggest that public comment can participate as long as it is towards what is on the meeting.
I'd like to see that, if it's in your training, because this is a public forum at this point.
No, sir, it is, the select board meeting is not a public forum.
Okay, then show me in the rules where it says that. That's all I'm asking.
Yep, I'll find it.
That.
All right.
One more thing to say, I'll get out of your hair.
No, I'll find it. I don't have it right in front of me.
Ray, I need a number or a contact for the town's attorney. So my attorney can contact him, because you can't use Acadia law. Conflict of interest,
Why can we not use?
because I'm in a lawsuit with him already. You're a town attorney.
Oh,
So that's a conflict of interest.
so you're in conflict with the whole Acadia law group or the individual attorney?
Okay, this isn't part of the meeting.
No.
So
No,
guys,
no,
you want to?
I need a contact. I need somebody my attorney can contact you about. Or them about. We're going to court.
So I don't know what you want to do. You tell me.
You don't have a choice. I need a contact for an attorney.
Yeah, I don't have a
You
problem.
can't use Acadia Law Group because it's a conflict of interest.
Who is our attorney?
Acadia law group.
The same as the DA.
Dan Plaggy, is that involved?
Mhm.
Yep. I got to spend my vacation in Florida, not tanning. I had to work up.
Let's take this offline or after
You
the
want to have a
executive
private
session.
meeting about it? We can.
No, what I don't want is to subject everybody else here to this information.
Everybody to hear what's going on.
This isn't the forum for that. We're not going to do it.
I'm not doing anything bad.
All right.
Have a good night.
Good night. All right. Any other public comment?
We don't have executive session.
Okay. Motion to move to executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA to discuss confidential records.
4056F.
F.
We were told we had to-
4056F to discuss confidential records.
we have to lay it out the whole way.
Approved. Okay, we're in confidential session.
If anybody wants to hang out for afterwards, we can go into the office if that's easier for you guys.
Our next.
Yeah.
So.
We want to slide in or make everybody
No,
move
we'll
back?
stay here.
Okay.
That's probably.
That is.
The only time. Yeah, they have.
If
you want to
So you know, it's
You do.
I don't think I live very far from you. I live on Stunk Lake River.
Yeah, I'm just down there with the land. Yeah.
Neighbors with Robert.
Neighbors of Robert. Yeah.
Do this. You're on.
I motioned we move back into regular session. Second.
Second.
Approved. Vote. Approved.
We made a motion to accept 2 concealed weapon permits. Make a motion to approve.
I make the motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Vote. It's approved.
Okay.
And then I make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Vote. Approved. We're adjourned.
You go. Hooray.
You should do all in favor.
All in favor.
Yeah.
Motion second, all in favor.
Well, hopefully Norm will be back and he can do this. This stinks. It's good. Any